It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's speedy running back, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. We can hardly wait for the start of this one on EA Sports.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance to tune up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly, well, this might be the last time they ever put the pads on. So leave everything you got out there and do everything in your...
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
That throw intended for Drake London. So second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They send him left out of the slot. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Oklahoma. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. They'll run here following the penalty. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That's incomplete left side. This one misses the tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the work's already half done thanks to that return. They're taking over at midfield. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And leading the way is their fourth-year QB.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win. You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd and 10 now. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. This ball's cut by Bowers. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll throw it again. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Short pass brought in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and they'll have 1st down. Here's the one back on the handoff. And this one's going to come to a stop down at the 13-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Escapes out. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Pass play now. Complete here to Bowers. And he's brought down for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's complete to Bowers outright. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Working inside the red zone. And it's caught. Touchdown! These guys have taken the first quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They haven't caught him yet. And a huge return sets up the offense on the opposite side of the field.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. Here's Purdy to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give them just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. Purdy to throw it. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. And the defender comes away with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they were not blessed with the short field they got on their prior drive. This one is a world away as they begin deep on their own side. Play action on 1st down. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree, not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. Pushing it up past the 30. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back now, pressure on its way. Completed here to Johnston. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give him a first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives them the first. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. It's a 4-yard scamper, and they get some yards back. It's 2nd and 11. Back to the well again. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Looking for a throw here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Broncos headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, and they go right back to him. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the battle.
Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down throw by Purdy. Looking slant route, complete. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now Purdy. Throwing the out route, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
23-yard line.
To throw again, it's Purdy. That throw finds Pickens. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. It's a two-score game early. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. Third and short, here's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. A tight end in motion now. Going ground on first and goal. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Here's second and goal from the 6.
Brings up second and goal.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's third and goal.
Let's go now. Bring it. Reload. Reload. Smash. Panther.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Koo able to put it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you can see that he's likely in store for some serious work today. He's coming into this final game in position to finish as the league's rushing champ. The tight end going in motion right. First and 10, they're going to throw. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 36. Gets it quickly to Bowers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. That's taken in by Samuel. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He still has room inside the 30. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. He's going to throw this one. He's got a man left. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Looking to the air here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket. Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Purdy on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Looking to throw, Purdy. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that 1st down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a 1st down for the offense.
He'll cobble together a yard there. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he's brought down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's got it at the 5. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Purdy throwing here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Third and goal, Purdy. The throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Now it's Purdy. Throw caught by his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
The offense getting set to go. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll try and throw it here. That throw finds Johnston. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 24. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They have time to look to the end zone first here before they send the field goal unit out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
You know, that's one of those situations you want to get your back in space. Well, you accomplish that. Unfortunately, you don't make anything happen because you don't bring the ball in cleanly.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Now Purdy. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play, and it's going to be a field goal try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Koo able to put it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. He'll throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We kick off our tour with a good one in the NFC. Carolina heading to Lambeau to take on Green Bay. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Steelers trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Devontae Smith, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Handoff now out of the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
Caught by his back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
So third down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? And it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. No return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass caught by his tight end. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Doesn't make the connection. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Purdy looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Plowing up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Completed to his running back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the gun, here's a handoff. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Broncos start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Broncos tie this game up. kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Back out runs their offense. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he'll signal the fair catch. Brings this one in comfortably right at the midfield stripe. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Purdy to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They'll run here from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's brought down after a short gain. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Dropping back to throw. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So out now comes the punter. And he gets it away from his end zone. He'll just call for a fair catch here, and what incredible field position for them after that kick. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And he's is brought down after a nice gain and a first down. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. They get to him and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there, it's working.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, because safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Complete here to Bowers. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be a 1st down. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 1st down.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. This game is tied 16 aside as we get set for our final quarter. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. This time it's a passing play. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now we're on the counter. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 39. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
A familiar sight in this contest, Bronk. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Getting out to his left. He's running with it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They go play action on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing now off play action. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 3rd and 4 coming up now. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. 3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now Purdy. He just throws this one away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Now a give on the counter. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3rd and just 2 to go. They're throwing it. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
To number
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
2nd and 10 now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open or beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rolling left, buying some time. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's able to get this down to the 36. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Got all of it, and this is good. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 27. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Pass complete to Hubbard. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, so often, Kate, we talk about the little guys, right? Get them in space. But how about the big guys? When you can out-muscle them and get them the ball quick like that, they can put some yards together and move those chains.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos down by only 3. Pretty throwing here on first. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Brings up third down and 10.
Throwing now. Finds the in route, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And they've tied it up late in the fourth.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
This return makes it up to the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Here he is to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Broncos corral it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. And you gotta think they want to run that clock down as low as they can before getting the deciding score, be it by field goal or touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Playing favorites with the fullback here. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Going right back to the fullback. Next play. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play, and now they're looking at 4th and 10. Here's Riley Patterson. A lot riding on this field goal try. This 32 yards out on the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So it's a win for the Broncos. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.